As part of activities to mark the World Indigenous Peoples Day, the original inhabitants of Abuja converged on the nation's capital to mark the day. Participants called on the federal government to address challenges of deprivation, non-inclusion in decision-making, and marginalization of its people. The event, which had numerous indigenous dance, art and craft, music, was a display of the rich culture of the original inhabitants of Abuja and an opportunity to shed the light on the challenges facing the community.
Since of 1976, their land was forcibly taken away from them, and that affected their culture so much that their culture was almost going extinct. And the political elite has declared Abuja as a no man's land. And this is a place where people have lived for centuries of years. And so wherever there is development, they push them to the periphery. And so they themselves is becoming difficult for them to even recognize themselves, not to talk of their culture. And so we feel very strongly that the violation of their rights, the lawlessness they are being pushed to, and their statelessness need to be addressed. And those critical aspects of their life cannot be addressed without resuscitating their culture. These people have suffered for almost 50 years. It is not too late to redeem their rights and address the historical wrongs that have been done to them. And therefore, we are asking that they should be appointed into federal cabinet, which Tinubu has graciously done. But we are also making further demand that the person appointed from the FCT should be made to be FCT or minister, so that he can preside over the affairs of his people. He knows where the shoe pinches them. And apart from that, we are saying that state structure should be put in place to really make them feel a sense of belonging. They should be given that recognition. They did not do bad for giving out their land as a center of unity of Nigeria. And therefore, we are also saying that the land forcibly taken away from them, they should be adequately compensated, and the remaining one should be left to them. They should not be chased as if they are second-class citizens in this country.
There's a community called Godoji in Kuje Area Council. I'm sure that a lot of people don't even know that that community exists. We went to that community and we found that the source of water for that community is a pond. A pond where they drink from, where they feed their animals, they bath, and they cook with. That pond, right now as I speak to you, that area where that pond is has been concessioned to a company. And as at the time we went to that company is almost fencing off that only source of water for that particular community. The access road to that place is, in fact, the place is not accessible. If you are coming into FCT, there's nothing that shows you that there's a symbolism of the original inhabitants of the people that are here. So if we have those kind of things, the people will have a sense of belonging. They will not be treated as if they are strangers who have come to settle. Rather, they are the people who we are unsettling from where they belong.
On the surface, you might think it's just a rally of people coming and showcasing their culture. Yes, it is, and that is important. But the most important symbolism of this moment is to show presence. To say we are here, we are human, we have ceded our land to you, but we continue to matter because we are Nigerians.
We cried to the government, we did a petition to government to answer us, to wipe us our tears, particularly in this government. We have write different petitions for them to recognize us, the Igede people. Into this government, we have set a committee to make sure when they are employed, there is employment, they are giving, they recognize us. Like AMAC chairman, since the history of FCT, there is no any indigenous tribe like the day I've become the AMAC chairman. We have not been given the opportunity. Even if we go on, they stop us. We want government to come to our aid. Let's say recently they give us appointment the first indigenous minister, and we have about 9 indigenous tribes. But to surprise, if government had to go by the merit, Gede language, they're supposed to be the number 1 to nominate, but they don't go by the merit. So you see, that's one of our problems. So we want government to look up to this.